Hey, so today we're going to do basket stitch. So it's worked usually down, I guess, a band, but we're doing in this weird shape of a surfboard today. So we'll see how it goes. I have a pen out to hopefully help us. So we're going to be like going back and forth. Um, like when I do it, I almost think of like I'm doing cross stitches down the shape. So I just want to put a little bit of some dots here, which will hopefully help us. There's 4 dots down one side and 4 down the other. If we were actually like working on some linen, we wouldn't have to make dots, right? Our fabric would have dots. But here we go. Okay, so I'm going to come up on the left and then I'm going to go down on the right, but instead of going down straight across or down 1, I'm going to go down 2, okay? Now I'm going to go back across to my 3rd dot on this side, which is disappearing. All right, so that should technically be like perpendicular. That's not very perpendicular, is it? I came down kind of low. All right, we'll go with it. And now I'm going to go across, but I'm going to go back up here. This is in between, so this is dot 2 on the right. And then I'm going to come across on the left at dot 2 on the left. Okay, and go down here. Dot 4 on the right. Let's see why I did the dots. Whew. Okay, so then we keep going. So I'm going to come back over here. This should be parallel. I'm kind of lost already. All right, so then we're going to go, we need to go up here. So I'm going down into a hole I've already been in. Is this right? Yeah, hopefully this is right. Okay. My dots are totally gone now, so hopefully this is right. I'm going across, up this hole we've already come from. I feel like I need to demo this all over again on something bigger because this is so small. Across. Here I'm making a new hole. Like once you get going, I swear it makes more sense. When I go up, I'm not going in this hole, I'm going in the one above it. And then across to the left, I'm going up the hole we were in before. I feel like the first stitch is confusing because you have to make that like gap. But once you get going and you're just using previous holes, it's like, oh yeah, okay. I'm just using the previous hole to make a bunch of cross stitches down my shape. And depending on how close you make your dots, you can really fill the shape pretty well. So if it helps, you're always, let's see, before I say this, I want to make sure it's true. Yeah, you're always going, wait, is that true? I don't think I can actually speak while doing this stitch. Okay, yeah, it is always just, so you're always coming up on the left and going down on the right? Like up through the fabric, like all your stitches are coming up on this side, down on that side, not always up and down this way, right? Oh no, where am I? Okay. So once you get to this like color potential color change. It's up to you if you actually want to change colors or if you're like, oh, I am done, or I don't want to change colors, I'm gonna forget what I'm doing. That's okay, you can just keep going. What I did in the sample hoop, I was like, whoa, that was a lot, so I filled it here, and then I just did satin stitch here. I was like, I don't think I can start over. That was too much. And let's see, how did I do this? I think I may have faked it, so I'll definitely show you what that's gonna look like. Let's see, where are we here? So I just started a new row, so we're gonna come up. What can help if you're getting like dizzy in here is you want to make sure, so when I go down, I want to make sure that this stitch is going to be parallel to the other stitches here. So if I kind of pull my fabric over here, it's like, well, okay, then that means I probably need to go in this hole, right? If I went in this hole, it'd be too low, right? My angle would be like that. So it kind of tells you where to go. I feel like I didn't cover my guideline very well with that last stitch, huh? Okay, straight across. Up. I'm cheating this one a little bit to kind of hide this guideline. Okay, I'm actually going to stop there so we can do the top. So what I would do is, I'm going to like reverse engineer it, I guess. So I want to make sure that this stays parallel here. So I go down there, and then I'll go up from this side and kind of do the same thing. Kind of cover here. If you're smart enough and can just start at the top of your shape instead of a little ways down like I did, then you should definitely do that, because that really looks like someone was trying to pretend to do basket stitch and they did a bad job of recreating it on the top. Couldn't have been me. All right, so that's it. If you want to practice on like a bigger or a different shape, please do. I know the beginning is really confusing. Maybe we should do it again. You know what? Let's do it here. If you've put up with me that long, maybe, and you're still here, maybe you want to watch it. So, and I'll use well, I don't actually want to use, I was going to use that pen, but it won't disappear. So you know, I'll do it like with a big gap, so maybe it'll be easier to see. So we're going to go to the right, and instead of going down across or down the next hole, we would go down the third hole. And then we come across here. That should be parallel to here. And we're going back up, but this time in the second hole. So they're like lopsided cross stitches. You see how that's a cross stitch, kind of a lopsided one. So now I'm going to go across on the left, which will be in between these 2 points. And I go down on the right, but I go down in the next hole, and that will make these 2 parallel, or yeah, that's parallel. If all these holes are like equally distanced, then it's going to look a lot better. Off to the left, and that one should just be perpendicular. And now I'm going to go up to the right. So in this one, I get to go down a hole I already have, right? So now it gets a little easier. It's like, oh, okay, my holes are already established. And going to the left up this hole, and going down to the right to make a new hole, across to the left, up to the right. This is one of those ones where I have to look it up every time to start it. But then once you get going, it's like, oh, okay, oh, okay. And of course, keeping in the holes. Of course, it's hard to do when you're using a cotton like this, right? You're making your own holes as you go. Okay, I'm playing thread chicken now, so that's it. But hopefully you can see how that is the same as this. This is just tighter and on a different shape, right? So that's it. We're all done, you guys. Eek! I love it. Awesome. Congratulations, everyone. I hope you had a good time.